Paul, break it down for us. What does the approval of $95 billion in aid to the three countries and other U.S. allies mean going forward?
Thanks. It's significant indeed. This is the first time in about 6 months that U.S. Congress, under the leadership of Speaker Mike Johnson, decided, at least for the first time, to do it in a bipartisan way. A lot of Republicans at least worked alongside Democrats to pass this foreign aid package. What that means is that it could go to the Senate either by today or tomorrow. The Senate has indicated that it will vote on this bill, and once it's voted on, it will be taken to President Biden to sign it into law.
Well, Paul, this House passed this massive, aid package against opposition hardliners in the Republican Party. Does that move in any way affect Mike Johnson's position?
Absolutely. In leadership, sometimes it takes courage, political will to be willing to take risks. And I think Speaker Mike Johnson took a risk that could cost him his job. Why is this very important when you look at it from the context of the current political situation in the American context? It means that hardline Republicans really did not want anything to do with this bill, especially when it comes to Ukraine. So what Speaker Mike Johnson did was to reach out to the Democrats and say, hey, look here, we want to put country over party. And once that was decided, that's how they came close to passing this significant bill. Obviously, a lot of hardline Republicans are not happy with that move, and now they are calling for his ouster.
Well, let me take you back to the legislation because it touches on one of the things that Americans are interested in, and that's the possible sale of the popular TikTok app. What happens next if that takes place?
Great question, Esther. This is an election year. I think it would be a mistake for both parties really to go forward with the sale of or forcing ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, to sell or to divest from the United States. I think you have over 150 million Americans who are on TikTok. So, and these are young people, these are people who are on it doing all sorts of things. So for any politicians really to take this away from them, it means it could come at risks. It could mean that the people who have been affected might decide not to vote in these coming elections. And every vote in this coming election is critical. So for the politicians, really, they really need to be very, very careful how they tread on this issue with TikTok.
And very quickly, Paul, because the Republicans are divided about Mike Johnson's position, which group has more support? Those in, for Mike Johnson staying as House Speaker, or those against?
Ultimately, it will be up to the Republican conference to decide if Speaker Mike Johnson survives this vote. We've seen it happen previously with ex-Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who was ousted because the way the rules are right now, any one person, a member of Congress, can come up with a motion to vacate. Obviously, a Republican Congresswoman from Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene, has indicated that she is willing to go further with the motion, and she's garnering some kind of support. She has attracted 2 other Republicans who are willing to bring this motion to the floor. So once that happens, the rest remains up to Congress, whether they can salvage the speakership of Mike Johnson or if they can get rid of him.